Hi there, it's Christine again. This is card 2 of 2 that we made during my paper pumpkin class this week with the May kit, the Celebrating in Color paper pumpkin. So for this one, we are exclusively using the stamps. What I did is I used the In Color ink pads, which I've got over here, and the splotchy stamp, which I love. And I added the color, and then using my basic gray, I used the ink pad, but that's the ink spot you've got this month, to do the happy. Now on this one, I did it horizontal. Yes, landscape. And I just stamped the sentiment directly onto the card base. Not card base, sorry, the layer. So that's not affixed to a card, and I really like it, but during class last night, I did it this way instead. So we'll call this portrait. So same idea. I was only able to fit 4 of the 5 in colors though by doing it this way. So I used the 5th one to do my little birthday sentiment down here. The birthday comes from the Kite Delight stamp set. And I just masked out the words that I didn't want. So I'll show you how to do that too, to make a fun sort of unisex happy birthday card. And you can do this with any colors at all that you've got that you enjoy, you can use. So to keep this sort of front and center, we're going to keep that there. Only if you guys can see that. Can you see this? No, I'm off camera. Okay, hang on a sec. I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So we'll put that one here, and we'll put this one here. Okay, and I shall work here. So in your class kit, which you will be receiving by post or picked up, or that I'll drop off to you this weekend, excuse me, you've got a piece of thick white. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, so regular size. Then you've got a piece of basic gray. I forget the measurements on that. It is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we've got our white piece, which is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So for this one, I'm actually going to do, oops, sorry, I'm going to do it landscape. So I'm going to start with my splotchies. So one thing I would recommend if you're going to do the splotches is to turn your stamp so that it's not always the exact same, and it's going to look a little bit more organic than if you just do the exact same the whole way down. And I'm trying to be a little random with it as well, so as not to have, you know, a perfect line. So just getting my chamois a little closer here. Okay, so that'll be that for our starry sky. Then I'm going to go in with my sweet sorbet. This is like so therapeutic, by the way. It's just relaxing, calmly stamping away. It's a fun way to color. I was thinking too, with the happy stamp that we're going to use, that would be a super fun one to color with whatever you feel like coloring with. There we go. Whoop. And Tahitian Tide. So I was telling the girls in class last night that this was my favorite color in grade 7. I think I had, well, I definitely had pants, a windbreaker, I probably had capris, shoes, earrings. I had everything in this color. I just adored it. And when I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh, it's grade 7 all over again. In a good way though. Big hair, and I don't know, what would you call this blue? They're calling it Tahitian Tide. So it's not quite a teal. I don't know. It's almost neon, really. Neon blue. Speaking of neon, this is the Parakeet Party. And it is quite limey. I quite like it as well. This is almost the color of the kids' bathroom, which we're all using because our glass shower door broke in our ensuite. So we are all sharing a bathroom. It's good times, good times. Hasn't been too bad so far, I have to say. But yeah, someday we'll get it fixed. We need to change the whole glass enclosure, and we don't like that shower, so don't really want to spend $1,000 on the new glass door when we could just wait until we have enough to replace the entire shower. So that's kind of where we're at. Until then, 4 of us sharing one bathroom. It's only for the shower. It's not the end of the world. So I really love this color too. This is Orchid Oasis. You may recall I have nail polish in this color. I should do my nails again. I've been busy and just haven't had time. I don't want to leave it off with a weird pattern. There, that's random and orderly enough for my liking. Okay, so we'll put that aside. I'm actually, I've got my birthday stamp over here. So I'm going to stamp this before I do the happies because I need the block for the happy. So I'm going to my basic gray. So this stamp says, another year flies by, happy birthday. I mentioned it was from the Kite Delight stamp set, which is a really fun stamp set. Clear stamps as well. So I'm using good old sticky notes to block off the words that I don't want. So, which is basically all of the words except for birthday. So I do this a lot. I customize my greetings. So once you've done that, you're gonna get some ink on it. Massively important step, remove the sticky notes and set those somewhere safe. And we're gonna stamp our sentiment. And we're left with just birthday. So I'm gonna take this off because I want to use my block. All right. So I'm not gonna worry about cutting that just yet. I'm gonna see what the rest looks like. So I'm gonna use the massive happy stamp here. So on my 2 samples, I stamped 3 times the happy. You could stamp it once. You're not obligated to copy. You can put your own spin on it. I kind of just like it with the repetition. So I'm going to do it again. So happy. And I'm hoping you can't see my head. Just need to get a little closer to my project here. There we go. Happy, happy, happy. So that's all we need for the ink. So I'm just going to put my stamp pad away and let's assemble our card. So I'm pulling in my gray layer. I'm going to fold my card base in half. Doesn't matter if you do this at the beginning or the end. I do it at the kind of beginning so that it takes up less space. No matter how much crafting space I have, I end up in one little area. So for this one, it's going to go this way. We're going to put the gray. Actually, I'm going to stamp it, not stamp, paste that to the gray. So I'm using liquid glue, but you can use whatever sticky stuff you like. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter if it's upside down at this point. It's not stuck to the card yet. Okay. Then I'm just going to use some glue and put that on our card base. And then this one does matter. I'll put it up, right side up. So I'm just trying to center this. Okay, and then we've got our birthday. I'm just going to trim each end and decide if I'm going to keep it full size or if I'm going to trim it down. Whoops. The one thing is you don't have a ton of space, so I am going to trim this a bit by doing it on the landscape. You don't have as much space once you've done your 3 happies, so you may want to trim your sentiment down. There, that's better. And I'm going to put this on dimensionals just to pop it up. And lastly, I'm going to want to put a couple of these really fun embellishments on. There we go. So I somehow got some gray there. I'm going to fix that. And now it's gone. Love it. And I'm being pretty random with my dots. They almost disappear with the other dots, but anyway. So here's our happy birthday card. So I hope you like this one, and that you'll use it with other colors too, and make it your own. So the class for June, I want to mention, is not going to be the last Thursday of the month. It's going to be the last Tuesday of the month, I think it is, only because I will be camping the following. So I want to make sure that that's up there. I will be posting it on Facebook as well as my my Stampin' Up page, web page. So that'll be clear, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you so much for watching these, and I hope they inspire you to use your stamp sets a little differently. Have a great day.